Hello everybody, it's Hailey and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my setup for the month of March. I know it's a little bit late because March has been flying by this month. I can't believe we are already like halfway in, but then also it's already the third month of 2019. That's crazy to me. So my theme for this month is bamboo. I tend to like to keep the colors of a month together. I think it kind of like provides this sense of organization. So like I like for March to be green, I like for February to be pink, that sort of stuff. So last year I did a very basic, simple March theme of like shamrocks for St. Patrick's Day, and I wanted to change it up this month, so I went with bamboo. I am really enjoying these like simple nature type themes, and I figured that bamboo was something that's pretty simple to doodle, and that's really important to me because if something is not simple to doodle, then I don't end up incorporating it into all of my spreads and it kind of looks a bit empty. So I'm starting off with this title page where I have these stalks of bamboo of varying heights kind of surrounding a title that says March 2019. And then it is over 2 boxes on the bottom that I've been doing for the past like 6 months or something like that. I think you guys might be used to it at this point, but it is basically my space to plan ahead for the next upcoming months because when you're doing a bullet journal, you're going 1 month at a time, so I can't start planning events for April and May unless I have a box like this to keep track of them. So I use my Tombow Fudenosuke to write March in calligraphy, and then I'm using 4 different colored shades of green in Supertip markers to color in these stalks of bamboo. I had a ton of different shades of green, and I was able to narrow them down. I think they're kind of like a mint green sort of shade, a darker olive sort of green, and then kind of a lighter olive green, I guess. I don't really know. And just kind of a darker green. I don't really know how to describe them, and they don't have numbers, so I'm doing my best. I'm sorry. Then on the next page, I have a quote that says, "The bamboo that bends is stronger than the oak that resists." It actually took a while to find a good quote that has to do with bamboo. This is kind of the only one that I could find. It's from a Japanese proverb. And I can't necessarily say it relates too much to my life right now, but I had some fun experimenting with different fonts and stuff. Normally I kind of have my standard regular cursive with calligraphy, and then kind of a lowercase and uppercase print. And then this time I was able to experiment with these bubble block letter sort of things that have drop shadows and are colored in like I did with the words bamboo and oak. So I think that was fun. And then on the bottom, I have something that's kind of like a habit tracker. I did it last month. I think I might have to edit it for April because I haven't been using it too often. It's basically like I list the 4 different tasks that I want to work on this month, and then they're pretty open-ended. Instead of writing out the calendar for the month or something, then I just kind of write down a day that I did it, which is fine, and I think it's easier than like filling stuff in, I guess, but it's kind of like I still, like I've been doing for the past whenever I've done my bullet journal, I don't really go back and pay attention to habit trackers, so I think I might just edit it to making just a list of the tasks I want to complete this month. And next, I just have my monthly calendar for March. Nothing really changes in this spread from month to month, just kind of the doodles that I incorporate and what colors things are depending on the theme. So the boxes are 6 by 6 like normal, and I include Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday on the left, and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on the right. I started off with a title using my Tombow Fudenosuke to write just March in all caps and kind of pressing harder on the downstrokes so it's similar to calligraphy but also just print. And then I'm just writing the abbreviations of the days of the week on top and writing this little YouTube box that I've talked about before. It's basically just where I write the different videos I have for that month and the different days that I have to do certain tasks like filming and editing and stuff like that. And then on the bottom, I'm filling in some of the empty space with different stalks of bamboo, again, in varying length. And then to kind of play with the balance of the page, I had some of the stalks go up to above where the calendar is, so I think that was kind of fun and creative to play with and stuff like that. And as you can maybe tell, it kind of takes a long time to write these stalks of bamboo, so while I think it was fun and in the idea it seemed like it was something simple, I think if you're looking for something that's very quick, I don't know if I do this because a lot of the stocks you want them to be pretty tall, but then that requires a lot of these short little segments. So that's kind of a bummer because then it kind of means that some of my spreads are lacking a little bit because they don't really have to do with bamboo as much, but at least I'm able to kind of keep the color up and stuff like that with all the different shades of green. So again, I'm just filling in all of these different stocks with the 4 different Crayola Supertip markers, and then I start lining and outlining the YouTube box and the tops of the boxes in the calendar, and then I finally just finish it with numbering the boxes. And the next few pages that I do are some of my more fun extra pages. So I start off with my gratitude page that I've been doing for forever, I think over a year now, and it's just the same layout as last month, so I'm just kind of outlining the page with a border of thin washi tape. It only takes up like 1 box in the journal, and then it is green. I have all different sorts of colors so it matches anything that I can think of, and I'm just tearing off the edges to make sure it fits. And then I've talked about how I like the title of the gratitude page to kind of be something that matches the theme. And I've had a lot of trouble with the bamboo theme, so we said standing tall, but that doesn't really relate to gratitude or necessarily bamboo, but we're just gonna go with it. And then the next page that I'm doing is a playlist page. So this is not something that I've tested out before because I feel like I don't listen to enough music or enough music that's different in order to write a whole page about a playlist, but I feel like I've been listening to more and it's been more varied lately. Plus, I was inspired by Amanda Rach Lee for this page. I'm pretty sure she did pretty much the exact same thing. And so basically it's just these 9 boxes for me to put 9 songs in. The boxes are for the album covers, and then the lines underneath are just for the title of the song and the artist that it is by. And then moving on to the last thing I'm going to do for this month, it is my first weekly of the month. So it has very similar components to every other weekly that I've been making for this entire year. It's got a next week box and a this week box for different events that are coming up. I just titled the this week box events instead because I wanted to include things that are more like practices or games that I have since I've started a new sports season. And then the water tracker is still included, and I just got a title that says March in all caps, and then the days of the week that are here, so 4 through 10. And then I'm just kind of separating these extras of the page from the actual places where I write the days and like the tasks that I have with a super tip, and then I'm just outlining the titles of each day with a different colored super tip, again one of the 4 shades that I've been using throughout this thing. And then I'm just doing a lot of highlighting and labeling with different colors of super tips, and then finally just filling in this empty space with some bamboo doodles that again kind of took a while. That is an unfortunate part of this theme that I found. Like I said, I definitely need something that is easy because it becomes very difficult for me to keep up with doodles and stuff. I'm not a very doodly person by nature, so I kind of have to put effort into it. So that was kind of a bummer for this month, so I'm definitely going to change it for next month. And speaking of next month, I've been kind of short on ideas for what I plan on my theme being for April. I have a few ideas lined up, but I'm not sure how much of it really fits my idea of April. Last year for my theme of April, it was pretty much all over the place. I'd just gotten my very first zebra Mildliners, and it was a huge 15 pack, and they were all pastel colors, so I was thinking why not just go with the pastel theme, but that kind of led to a lack of consistency in doodles and stuff like that, so I don't really have any color specifically to go off of or theme in general. So if you have any ideas, you can put them in the comments down below. That would be very helpful. If you're looking for another place to interact with me and or my journal, you can check out my other social media like my Twitter and my Instagram. I post pretty much every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on my Instagram different pictures of my journal, but then I also accept some help from you guys, so you can give me ideas on themes, for example, for next month. I'm also looking for some new pens or anything like that, so don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!